Hi, it's Angie. Welcome to my channel. Sorry for the noise in the background, but I did want to do a video today. But before I hop on here, I really have to rave about this, okay? So this is, I don't do sponsors. This is not about sponsors. This is just about bringing awareness, okay? And bringing awareness if you have a car that you don't drive a lot like I do. I don't know how many times that it happens when I go into my garage and my car doesn't start, because I don't drive my car a lot. And apparently if you don't drive your car a lot, that your battery gets drained. So we invested in this. I think it's less than $100. But this, like I said, this is not a sponsorship. This is an incredible piece of wolf. It's called the Wolf Box, okay? This will charge my battery within 2 seconds. My husband is still teaching me because I'm a little bit leery. But if you're ever stuck like I was this morning, this just connects. This is like a booster battery booster, okay? And there's another thing that I'm gonna get that my friend Kevin told me that, but I'll show you about that later. So this is a jump starter, okay? It's called a Wolf Box, and look at the beautiful background. But anyways, it literally will charge your battery, okay? Like I said, I did not know that if you do not charge, if you do not use your car a lot, my car only has like 40,000 kilometers on it, and it's a 2018, 19, yeah, it's a 2018, okay? So I don't go anywhere without this. I keep this in the front seat because what happens sometimes, it's not only that the battery doesn't start, you can't even get into the car, okay, because of the automatic locks. Well, you can get into the car, but it won't start. So I just wanted to, we have gifted this to my son as well. This is a wonderful gift. Okay, so no two mediums are alike. You're gonna see me do a lot of videos outside eventually once the weather warms up a bit. And I will get chastised as well because I'll be doing some videos on my kayak. I went through a real whipping last year when I did some videos on my kayak. I don't care what you think about me. But anyways, for those that do follow my channel know that I do a variety of things. So I just had to, you know why I wanted to talk about this, because I made a mistake in that video this morning, okay? I said that it was, and so you know that when I talk about John F. Kennedy, it's John F. Kennedy Jr. Because I never had, I was never born when John F. Kennedy was alive. And, but I made a mistake because I wanted to make reference to Battery Park this morning when I did that video. And that's where he had an epic argument with his his partner at the time. So welcome here. I'm in the, you're gonna hear some beautiful sounds. Wow, just 1 second, we're being interrupted in a wonderful way. It's a massive flock going by here. There's probably about 200, just 1 second. Okay, this is just epic. Those are my friends. I'll wait. I bow. That's gotta be about 500 geese in there. Okay. Spirit is always on time. Okay, so some of us had to be plucked out of familiar surroundings, and you have to bloom where you're planted, okay? So Spirit is razor sharp. Spirit never misses a beat. Spirit knows exactly where you're supposed to be. Spirit will remove people from your life for a wide variety of reasons, okay? Rejection is protection. So let's just take one from my familiarity deck, because a lot of this that is going on in Nancy Guthrie's case, oh God, here she comes up again. This is the dismissive adult, okay? This person, this reminds me of Maureen Callahan. Let's just get that right out in front and center, because you know that she chastises John F. Kennedy Jr. incredibly. She's on there just constantly. I like to say this is, what is that lyric? Watching the sun bake, living on sponge cake, watching the sun bake, okay? Now, this is a dismissive person. I did that video today, and a lot of adult narcissists are extraordinarily dismissive. They're flippant, they're dismissive, okay? This is true, there are consequences. Now, if you stay around these types of people too long, you're gonna have a sedentary lifestyle, okay? I don't want to say too much about the message that I just got, but these are very, very unhealthy people. Now, these are the ones that make promises that they can't keep, and they are in. One of the big things as well is they are incredible embellishers, and they can't come where you're going. So don't take offense, but sometimes fences make great neighbors as well. We don't know the friendships that Nancy Guthrie was around. We don't know. Maybe she had peeping Toms around her. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. Oh gosh. Here comes the Aunt Diva card. You know, this is the less than, well, let me just put it this way. This is the one that uses as abortions as contraception. Okay, so don't take offense, but that's what happens. This is also the one that goes to Hawaii 33 times and doesn't go into the water. Very, very gauche. Those types of personality is what you call very, very gauche. And sometimes they'll just pop into your life. This is the hairdresser card, okay? They'll just pop into your life when you least expect it, okay? And it's not because this is the blood relative. It's not because they care about you. It's because you have something that they want to either rub up against. They want to get to know you. Sometimes they want to get to know you, to get to know you, to get to know what you have. And it usually evolves around money, like the Sunshine Club. Okay, so I'm taking one from my Guardian Angel deck, and we'll see what else comes out here. But it was the battery, there was something like battery acid, but the battery park this morning. Boy. Another thing that I wanted to mention is we do have the automatic garage door that goes up in our yard as well, in our garage. And we also have a door, obviously, to come into the house. And there's also a key timer, like a key to key in to get into the house. So maybe that 2 minutes that people can't figure out, maybe Nancy did have, like what we have, a key code as well, because they're just going around in circles regarding the garage door opening. Okay, and regarding the ticker, her heart. Okay, so this is Elvis Presley. Well, I did the video this morning. Everybody is making comments about epic, right? Epic. We see a lot of Elvis Presley fans, even non-fans, but it is expected to be epic, and I'm going to be there. Bright and bushy-tailed, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say. So let's see what else comes out here. And I'm not even going to make comments about that unhealthy character out there in Presley land. I want to move on from that, but like I said here, my hands are cold. I can't shuffle with cold hands, but this is cold heart, okay? And Elvis Presley did not have a cold heart, contrary to what some people think out there. What is with this? This reminds me of his cousin, okay? This is the dismissive adult. Most likely very dismissive in the Presley clan. That would be that's just for videos or for entertainment purposes only. Okay, we don't know, we don't know the relationship that this dismissive adult in the Presley land or world, we don't know her relationship. He's not here to defend himself, okay? Let's please release me, let me go. Okay, so it's not your June's journey. Again, June's journey, I know what that means, but it's not your purpose. Elvis Presley had a huge calling on your life. It would never be somebody's purpose to defend the king of rock and roll, ever, ever. And if he thinks he is, he's got rage inside of him, because this is the king. Okay, this is the two-faced monkeying around there. You know, I have to say the cards that come out, I'm sorry, but it's the king, right? There's only one king, but we know if you've been following my content that I had a blood relative that assumed the role of Elvis Presley. He dressed like him, he acted like him, he talked like him, he grew the sideburns like him, he had the scarves around him. He was actually labeled the king in high school, okay? And he did graduate, though, not like that other person out there that never graduated, right? So, but we see the king on one side, and this is the two-faced, okay? Elvis Presley had a temper, but not like the sanctimonious one out in the United Kingdom or this one, okay? It's going to knock your socks off when you come to terms with perhaps the relative that you adored as a brother was a monster, okay? So, often duplicated, often imitated, but never duplicated. I get that mixed up so often. Oh, I love this card. Your intuition is never wrong. This is my eagle card, because we know Elvis Presley loved eagles. I'm still hoping, for those that do watch my channel know that I'm watching any more news for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, but I'm also watching Jackie and Shadow. We see Big Bear Valley. Prayers as well to Sandy. She did run Big Bear Valley. She passed away. And so that's paying a little bit of homage to her, because she was behind, I think, you know, preparing those cameras there for Jackie and Shadow and all the little clutches. Hopefully she'll have a clutch today or maybe tomorrow, we don't know. Okay, so let's take one. You know the song, won't you play with your own ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling? I don't know why that's coming up, but my hands are cold. Here's the lemon squeeze again coming up here. Okay, so I don't know if this is for a transcriber out there or a subscriber out there that visits my channel. Go ahead, doesn't bother me. You can talk about me all you want. You can make fun of me all you want. You know, that also reminds me of Jackie Kennedy. I think Jackie Kennedy said once upon a time, I can't really quote what she said, but she said whoever she met some president's wife or somebody of that kind of social light, that she made mention that, you know, she was like sucking on a lemon, like her lips were like cursed in, but that always reminds me of Jackie Onassis. What a classy woman. Okay, but that is the lemon out here. You know, that's the lemon squeeze. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what a relief it is. Oh, God. I don't know what it is about this card, but it is a wonderful relief to be away from this type of character. It's not necessarily out there in the United Kingdom, but in your personal life. If you have a narcissistic psychopath that wants to make you cry, this is the contradiction to Elvis Presley, okay? Very, very dangerous people out there. And whether it's in Elvis Presley's land, but if this person is a family member of yours, the hypocrisy is really going to knock your socks off. Okay, and That also reminds me of King Creole, right? Elvis Presley, the epic movie is coming out, and it'll be nice to hear it in. It's like hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Well, that's the king as well. King Charles having to go on to public TV, public television, and kind of confront what the Prince Andrew did, right? What did the Queen say? Never explain, never complain, never explain. Anyways, I just love doing videos, even if my hands are cold. I love doing them outside, you know, because everything I do it for you. I do believe in reincarnation, and perhaps one day my prince will land on the shores of Okanagan. But I'm not a helicopter mother whatsoever. I let my son do what he wants to do, and he's footloose and fancy free, and he's got a wonderful life ahead of him and a wonderful wife. Happy wife, happy life. Okay, so one more here, and just take a look at this gorgeous background. We did have some snow. Snow arrived, well, winter arrived here a little bit later, and it almost looks like Oreo cookies, somebody told me once upon a time. So to round up this video, it really is to talk about this battery booster, okay? One more time here. It's called the Wolf Box, okay? And I don't leave home without it. I would highly recommend it, because if you're ever stuck or if you don't drive your vehicle for extended periods of time, like I said, the battery can go dead. Oh God, here we go. Oh, here we go, this bombastic. There's something here, okay, because I'm out here and I'm trying to do some videos, but there's something here circling again. I said it so many times that I'll talk about Elvis Presley because it's the bombastic YouTuber out there always tooting his horn about his family, probably tooting his horn about going to Epic, promoting lies. All you have to do is just pay attention to what Lisa Marie Presley said, because he's constantly promoting Ginger. Ginger played Elvis the same way I'm sure that Jackie Onassis' daughter-in-law played John F. Kennedy Jr. Is there a Lindsay here? Something to do with Lindsay here? Maybe that's Lindsay, Ontario, or Lindsay, somebody's name Lindsay here. But that is, I can't even remember John F. Kennedy. Oh, that is Caroline Bessette Kennedy. I think she played John F. Kennedy Jr. hard as well. Okay, now let's see what this, oh gosh. You know, I said it yesterday that if you're suffering narcissistic abuse, you can have a lot of rage in you, and you can be looking at the monster that you have in yourself, because the constant pressure and the constant poking is incessant, okay? But there's a big difference with being a narcissist and having narcissistic traits. That is not something Elvis Presley was, nor was John F. Kennedy Jr. was. But we do have a Sir Rudy out there. This is the keeping copious notes on you all the time, most likely somewhat similar to what Jackie, well, maybe she was jealous of Jackie too, but somewhat similar to what, something with Jackie Kennedy here, somewhat similar to what John faced. She most likely was circling him. Okay, so this is it because my hands are cold. Okay, so have a wonderful day wherever you are. We'll see you when we see you. And oh, look, I love it when they pop out. Okay, the Phoenix rises only once. I have been to the canyon, the Grand Canyon in Arizona. If you ever have an opportunity to go to Arizona, the Grand Canyon is epic. Okay. So prayers to Savannah Guthrie and her family, and also to the legendary Elvis Presley, because, and John as well, because their names are being dragged through the mud by some incredibly unapologetic unfit YouTubers. Not only YouTubers, but there's a wide variety. So we'll see you when we see you. And because Elvis and John were both salt of the earth. Take care. It's all done. Enjoy.